Welcome. In this video, I would like to share with you an interesting perspective which I developed through the years and which shapes my life in a very interesting and specific way. In short, I was studying a bit of history and I was developing a vision, a philosophical vision about, the importance of our life, about the fact that it is unique and it is really important to me that at the end of our life we will take a blick, a view over it, and we'll think of what we did, accomplished, but in which domains we did not yet succeed, and maybe something that we did not reach, something that we didn't try. And usually, in the end of our life, it is we no longer feel, this fear to start or emotions that keep us behind, and don't allow us like a stress or that impede us to start, to approach someone, to start a business, and so forth. And the theory that I hold is that it is pointless to live by the standards imposed by the society, such as work, like get a degree, work at a job, and retire. Why this is pointless, you would ask? Why it represents a stable earnings? Why would you even listen? Why would you even listen to a 21 years old on the internet? But the thing is, life is unique. Across history, people lived for thousands of years the same way as us. They were born, they accomplished something more or less that ensured security when they were 30, 40, and lived a stable life through and to the end of their years. So what I consider is something insane, is something which I have not yet acquired the experience to speak about, but it feels ambitious, it feels big and unimaginable, and it brings enormous success. The thing is, I decided to dream big. And when I say big, is literally like becoming the president of the world. And look, I know it sounds funny. I understand that this maybe is not the most, usual thing to which you can think about. But look, again, you live only one life. Maybe when you're young, or maybe when, you realize you have so much years, upcoming years that wait for you. Or maybe you have kids and family and you can't risk, because I have kids, or because blah, blah, blah. But the life ends. And through the history, people tried to acquire, the stable lifestyle. Even like, look, in the medieval period, what they did, they have, their branch, their farm, they have the stable life. They sell something, negotiate, and then they kind of live a stable life and they die. And this just continued throughout the years. Everyone lives like that. Everyone settles for the small and, stable thing. But life is unique, so why wouldn't you like to just dream big, to give it a shot, to try, to do all your best, and maybe you will become the Miss World. Or maybe you'll become the president of the country, or the God knows like what you would want to achieve. Why not just try? You think that maybe you know this world. You think that maybe you know your ceiling, like something which I stumbled upon is like that, oh, I know this is like my utmost possibility, nothing, I cannot like go over this because there's a limit, because my boss, because blah blah blah, because like everything else. I want to tell you from my experience, God sometimes removes this ceiling. And sometimes in life, there are certain kind of events that happen to you, and then you realize, oh, there was no ceiling. How could have this event happened? It was so unusual, so unexpected. How could have this happened? I consider that God I consider that we know this world too little, and that it holds too much powerful powers that genuinely shape the way we behave and this life, and what, most importantly, what could happen to us. What could happen to us is something unusual, which comes out of nowhere, because the world is too big and we think that we know everything. But in fact, would you say that everything that you know is correct? Or that you know this world perfectly? Or that really, really like 100% chance that you are doomed and nothing could happen to you more? Imagine you're in, this helpless position and you don't know what to do, and like everything seems over to be over. Is this world like this small to indeed to everything to be over? I don't think so. I doubt that. And I imagine that, look, my theory is, even when we do not in our strive, it's pointless to strive. We know this life too little to just. They talk about philosophers. I talk about Socrates. I know that I don't know nothing, or something like this. But everyone tells that, we don't know life. We don't know how we are here. What the hell is happening? Should you trust me? Should you trust yourself? Who knows? But if we would do the thing that we like, achieve the thing that our heart beats for, wouldn't it be beautiful? Imagine you're achieving this. Are you sure that it is impossible? Are you sure that you perfectly know everything? Just give it a shot. Try it. Imagine you can achieve it. And if not, in the road, during the way to reach the mistress world, the president of the world, you might settle for a very, very nice position of a deputy, of a mayor, of something that brings you joy, which is not that big, but is also like huge, You didn't achieve 100%, but at least you achieved 60, 80. Why not? My idea was that you should dream big, that you should go for the thing that you really aspire to become, that you really would love to do, and something big, because life is too unique, it's too small. Maybe I love my life too much to just settle for something. So why not just go for it? I wish you luck in your way, and I hope that you will genuinely succeed. I have a bunch of other videos on my channel. I'm not sure about their quality, but if you would like to, check them. If you watched till this moment, I genuinely appreciate your time. If you have any other question, feel free to contact me, to write me something in the comments. I will add my Instagram later. I will add like some mails, I think, to be easier to contact me personally, but I think it will be fine. Thank you again for listening to this. Have a nice day, and see you next time. See you. Bye.